Okay, so that back take works off of most leg positions, right? So if he's got me in regular ashi, it's gonna be the same thing. I'm gonna push, knee pops out. The difference here would be, I just gotta clear this leg. But that shouldn't be much of a problem. If he hips up and goes honey hole, thread this foot in. Yeah. Actually here, release real quick. Bang. So if he's in honey hole, same thing. Scoop, back step, knee pokes out, back step, same roll, same series. We're gonna go 50-50 now. So my foot's on the inside, his feet are locked up and on the outside. Same thing, you already see it, right? Shove, turn. For this one, the big thing you're gonna have to worry about is not having your heel trapped already. And if you stand up and they're in 50-50, they may hit an outside spin if they're good. So if I'm turning away and here, lock your feet tight, and he just pulls his knees to his face and rotates this way, we might get like this territory and I end up in a backside 50-50. So that's the inside spin. Guys who are good at like inverted leg locks, that's what you gotta worry about. But generally speaking, as long as you're squared up here, it's kind of a weird thing, right? If you're turned away, you're asking to be inside spin. If you square up too much, you're just gonna get sat down to a hip. So you kind of wanna be your hips facing him, but this foot's kind of out in like a ninja stance kind of thing. So same thing, shove, here, back step. Now we're in our wedging back take situation. So from here, say big, pinch, roll, and we get into our spot. When we're on the ground in 50-50, this is gonna be kind of what we're gonna have to do to get in there, right? So we're here. When I'm in 50-50, the way I lock my feet, everybody will tell you the same thing. This foot goes over this foot, right? And that's how you protect from the heel hook. So, like this. If he goes like this, he's protected from the heel hook. That's great. There's a problem though. No matter how you cross your feet, you're open to attack. And that's something you gotta be aware of. I can't heel hook him, but I can Aoki him, right? So if he's crossed this way, I can't Aoki him, but I can heel hook him. So instead of worrying so much about which one foot you're crossing over, think about the connection you make when you cross, right? So heel hook me, go ahead. It's not hard, right? Go back. Now I make a different connection. I connect, but my foot wraps around my foot. Now heel hook me. It's weird, huh? It's weird because my other foot is in the way. I'm blocking the space he needs to capture the heel. If I'm going this way, Aoki lock. Just scoop your arm out, yep, and you get that on the hip, and that's how you finish Aoki. If I, same thing, wrap my foot around and I close out that space, now Aoki lock me. So it's about connection. It's less to do with which foot goes where. It's about the connection you make and understanding which part of my foot he needs access to in order to leg lock me. So generally, I'll cross like this and I'll cover the heel hook because it's a more threatening break. But if I know the person I'm going against, like is often the case in this gym, is good at Aoki locks, I'll lock the other way. And I'll lock this way, and all I'm doing is I'm wrapping my feet and I'm closing the space for the heel hook. Heel hook. That buys me time. Once they turn and you're in 50-50, if he's not got that same connection, he's giving me a lock. If he's locked this way and he's chasing the heel hook, whichever play I make depends on his feet. But that's always there. Those counters are always there as long as you're disciplined with the connection your feet make. So that's just something to think about, play with a little bit, as opposed to having this is always right, that is always right. What I will say is generally avoid this position, the figure four with this foot out, because he's gonna toe hold this top foot and there's not a lot to stop him. Nicky Rod versus Gordon Ryan, we saw that. Gordon locked up the 80-20 like this and Nicky broke his foot. So we have to think about if we're gonna lock a figure four, because maybe you have long legs, you wanna lock this triangle, hide this foot behind him. That way he can't access that, that toe hold. I don't love this particular one just because it kind of locks me in place. It makes it a little hard to turn and get where I want to get, which is I want to get this knee to the ground. And once I'm here, I'm in a lot better place. But that's kind of my whole thing about which way you cross your feet. It really depends who you're with. You guys, you're just training in the gym, you know your partners. If you got a guy who's Aokiing you all the time, maybe cross the other way. If you got a guy who's heel hooking you all the time, maybe across the, think about who you're going with, what they're likely to catch you with, and then try to mitigate that. If it's a competition, maybe you don't know their game, it's a different situation. But with your friends in the gym, you know the guy that gets you with that Aoki every time, so maybe don't let him have an entry to the Aoki. So 50-50 here. We'll start on the ground. So here's the thing, to stand up and build height, I gotta unlock my feet. There's no way around it, right? So we've talked about this every week so far. Point the toe, rotate the heel, hit this turnout position. Make it so that even if he does lock a heel hook on me, if my toe's pointed and my leg is straight and he gets under the heel, there's nowhere near as much pressure here as if I'm in this kind of position with that knee bend. That knee bend will kill me. If I'm straight and I'm turned out, I can get up, and even if he's hooked, I can step. Now I've got weight. Hip through. So here, back step, hit our roll. When we come around on that roll, remember that circular band comes through fast, and that's going to keep our back to chest connection. Give that a shot. 1, 2.